Are you one of the people today that are either thinking about taking an early retirement or because of their job situation being forced to take one? This is one of the most serious steps in life, and you have to be sure when to retire. There are certain things you should know when making any decisions regarding retirement. Many people who are employed or close to retiring are being offered an early retirement incentive. Before making any decisions, you must consider many things. What are the advantages and disadvantages of taking this early retirement? What kind of income are you going to lose both monthly and what you will receive when you retire? Some companies provide great benefits to all their employees, especially if they retire early. Many retirement plans allow you to keep your Medicare and Social Security. Check with what your company offers because they might give you 20% of your annual wage with health care included. This and much more are some of the things you need to consider when retiring early. Is it really a good idea to retire early? Whenever you are considering taking an early retirement incentive, you must review everything in detail to see what actually benefits you or not. Look to see if the ERIP applies to you or not. The ERIP grants you special benefits if you retire at an early age. Some such programs are sponsored by your employer. Many of the large companies provide early retirement incentives if they are not in the ERIP. There are several factors that will decide whether taking an early retirement incentive is a good idea or not. ERIP is one such program sponsored by the employer where you are able to get special benefits if you decide to retire earlier than the normal age. Some companies will offer unique incentives to avoid involuntary redundancies that may happen due to constraints placed upon them financially. Some incentives are only being offered to certain departments that they may be facing total shutdown. Laws that you should be aware of when you consider early retirement. You need to know that United States has laws that in which any employer has to follow. Number one, any program must be established for at least 1 year. Number two, all employees that participate in the program must be at least 50 years old. Number three, this must be a voluntary program, and all employees that participate in this must be aware of this fact. Number four, there is a service credit amount bought and not to exceed 1/5 or 5 years of the total service credit of the member. Number six, there are no partial year credits that can be bought. Number seven, any employee has to qualify to retire if they may qualify through a credit purchase. And number eight, any cost of the service credit for early retirement has to be paid by the employer. Many companies were taking advantage of people who were forced to early retirement, so the United States made these laws that they now govern for any early retirement and they must be followed. When taking an early retirement incentive, the advantage should always outweigh the disadvantage to make the right choice. For more info, visit earn1kaday.com for life.